Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 11, Worst Dinner Party Ever. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs sweet old auntie.
So why even try?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay? Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 11, Worst Dinner Party Ever, I will rate this episode a... uh, I'm not sure. Let me talk my way through it, and then I'll come back and let you all know what I'm rating this episode. I felt like it was a filler episode. I know in Married at First Sight opinion, this was significant. It was the 30-day anniversary for these couples. I actually don't know whether or not I thought it was that great or not. I think some of the couples that they focused on just weren't that interesting to me. Y'all let me know down in the comment section which y'all will rate this, because it just was all over the place to me. And I know it was supposed to make sense, but it didn't make sense to me. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not feeling good or something. I don't know. Let me see if I got a fever. It just wasn't that good to me. I mean, even the part at the end, it just wasn't that good to me. I think that with Married at First Sight, I'm sick of the drawn out storylines, the irrelevant stuff that we have to go through in order to see a 20-second clip of something exciting. I don't know. I'm not every year. That looks really dark to me. Excuse me, y'all. Every year I get to the point where I don't want to do the show, and I'm like, I ain't doing this daggone show anymore. But I think that we're all here for it, but it just wasn't that good to me. Again, I think it's just, they use certain things as fillers and keep us hanging on and hanging on. It really can be reduced, in my opinion, by at least 4 episodes. Again, let me know down in the comment section if y'all just feel like it's just drawn out too long. Get down to the bottom of it and let's just get out of there. Let's hit it and quit it. Like some people's relationships. Okay. But yeah, I don't even know what I would rate it, whether or not I would rate it a D. I think that that's probably where I'm going with this. I kind of feel bad about rating it that low, but I just didn't feel it. Noy and Steve, like, I'm sick of them. It just, again, this is a rant. This is not a review. So if you've come here for a review, you've come to the wrong channel. There are a plethora of channels who are doing, step by step, scene by scene, leaf by leaf, flower by flower, bitch. This ain't the one. This is the channel where I come in and I rant, and I allow you to rant in the comment section about this show. Okay. And the plus, I got my jammy jams on, so I'm good and comfortable. Okay. I probably need to take my glasses off so I don't read none of the damn comments. But I just thought that this like Stephen Noy are getting on my nerve. Like, she is indicating that, every time she get a chance that she wants Steve to get a job and that things are not satisfactory. But then on the other hand, she's saying that, she in love with him, she loves him, she's in love with him, and she like him. And so I'm just like, what the hell is really going on with this particular couple? He wants to be Mr. Mom, right? Or Mr. Dad or Mr. Stay at home. He wants to be a butler, if you will. And she's alleging that she doesn't want that. Yes, she's allowing herself to fall in love with something that she say that she don't want. So my whole thing is just come on out with it and say, I'm willing to support you. I mean, it just is what it is. Now, I know that there have been allegations that have been put out in the atmosphere that he, is some kind of millionaire or whatever. But guess what? Millions dry up. Okay. You spend that. Millions don't last like they used to. Okay, this ain't 1865, bitch. This is 2022. And so to be a millionaire is just not enough to sustain yourself for the rest of the bitch. Okay. I just don't understand why, this particular couple, now they celebrated their 30-day anniversary. I thought that the gift that he gave her was very thoughtful because he gave her a little coat, like a little jacket kind of coat, for the dog. And then he gave her a matching shirt. And he said that he has a shirt ordered for himself so that they can take pictures. So he's talking about the longevity and the future of the relationship and, how that's going to, mesh out for everything. But I just was not, I didn't care anything about their storyline this week. I'm sorry. This is probably going to be the shortest Married at First Sight rant that I ever do. Because I feel the cotton freaking same way about Lindsey and Mike. Now, this week, Mike, here's the thing. I don't know if you ever watch Auntie's Advice. Let me take my glasses off so I'm not distracted. Mike, I don't know if you watch watch Auntie and you watch the show. Now I understand, spoiler alert, that you and Lindsey decided that y'all were going to stay together. I don't know whether or not that's true or not, but that's what's out there in them streets. Mike, since you've been connected to Lindsey, you have had the worst luck ever. You got put out your apartment. You got motherfucking bed bugs. Your mom is not in the best health. And now this week you lose your motherfucking job. They tell you to come back after the show is finished taping. And maybe, just maybe they'll give you a job or you'll keep your job. Mike, this to me is like the only thing that's left to happen now is for a lightning bolt to strike you in your ass. This would be giving me all kinds of bitch, you in danger vibes. Because there's no way in the world that I would be continuing to have all these things happen to me and think that this is not some kind of sign from all high or below that's saying, ho, yo, whoa, slow up. This isn't the one for now. The word says that when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing and he obtain favor. Mike, you've been getting everything but favor. Your favor been in reverse, boo. You losing every damn thing you got. Mike, do you ever stop to think is this stuff happening because I'm connected to the wrong woman? Now I know that Lindsey is there to pay your bills. I know she baby facing you. I know that she, willing to open up every door and every crevice of her life to you. But god damn, maybe if you walk away for a minute, you may be able to recoup some of the stuff you'd have lost. This man has lost everything, and he is at this woman's beck and call. So here it is, the mofo wasn't having sex with her, right? He wasn't doing the do. And now he done lost his job, and he just took and spent his last paycheck on taking her out to, to a glamping ground to make her feel special, because now he just in need. Like he don't like he's stuck between a rock and a Lindsey place. He don't have no more anymore is the right word, Auntie. What does Mike got since he got connected to Lindsey? Oh, his spot's blowing up. What else is going What else is going to happen to this mofo as long as he's married to Lindsey? Is it me? Is it me? Maybe I'm the one licking windows. I don't know. But to me, this is just like, what of a sign do I need to get the fuck about this relationship? That's just me. It's you, Auntie. It ain't Mike, it ain't Lindsey. And then he got to sit there and grovel at her feet when he know he don't like her. They sat down at the table with the other couples, and every time she touched him, he was just grimacing. He just the very touch of her, touching the back of her head. A man love his head to be rubbed and stuff like that. And when she touched him, it just make his skin crawl. He don't like Lindsey, but he has to depend on it. This is just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. You ain't got to agree with me. I'm just saying, this man, in my opinion, the way he looks at her, the way he acts, the way he interacts, he doesn't like Lindsey, but he has no other choice because he doesn't have, at this point, a pot to in a window to throw out. He is nothing. He came into this relationship at 100%, and this bitch has gone down to 25. I mean, I don't know, I don't know what else Mike is going to lose or what else is going to go wrong in Mike's life. But bitch, there's no way in the world that I would not be saying, is this a sign? Is somebody trying to talk to me? I mean, do I need to rub a crystal ball, bitch? Do I need to read my own palm? What the hell? What else could go wrong? Then he's sitting up there crying, and he's, saying, he's sorry that, she had all this hurt, and he's going to protect her. He ain't got no other choice. Where the fuck else he going to live? Then when he sits there and tell her that he lost his job and he's going to be looking for unemployment, for other employment, she turned it around and made it for her. You need to be taking this time while you can to not work at all and just cater to me. He is catering to you now, damn it. He ain't got no other choice but to cater. He got to come groveling on his knees. I mean, if a man don't work, according to the word, a man don't eat. And a man he's not going to feel, unless he's Steve, bitch, he's not going to feel fulfilled or that he's contributing to his household, just sitting up there trying to find out and lick Lindsey's butt and find out what the hell. Then he went and got some little crystal rocks for her, and one of them little dangling plant things, right? And I'm just saying, y'all help me out. Help me out. I can't see the comments. Let me know what y'all think. But bitch, I will be running up out of there. I wouldn't care what kind of contract I got. I don't care if I gotta pay it $5 a pay period, bitch. I will be getting out of this because there's too many things that are happening, and they are tragic, and they're big deals. Like, this isn't petty stuff that's, maybe he had a thumbtack in his tie and he had to, go to the local Costco's and get his tie changed. Bitch, this not something that, his pants ripped when he bent over. These are big things that is happening to Mark the Shark. I mean, Mark the Shark has turned into a goldfish. I mean, I mean, I just guess it's just me. It got to be me. It has to be me. Because I will be getting a bite of that relationship. It's too many things. That's just happening back to back to back to back. She sure ain't no lucky charm, bitch. It's too many things going on in this relationship for me to even see it that way. Ain't no way. The next couple that I want to talk about is Jasmina, I want to call her all the time. Jasmine and Mike. Poor little Mike. Mike is that dude that is in high school. He likes you, and all your friends have influenced you to date him, right? All your friends was like, he like you, auntie. So you may as well just date him. And you just date him because your friends told you to date him, but you really don't fuck with him like that. You're not attracted to him at all. But it's such peer pressure coming from the cheerleaders. They threatening your spot on the cheerleading squad if you don't date this guy. And so you want to be a cheerleader. It's your senior year, bitch. So you like, I'm going to go hit on and date him because, we got prom coming up and, a lot of people like him and stuff like that. Jasmina does not like Mike. She is all but said it. She said she doesn't have a romantic interest in him. She said he don't make nothing wet. Matter of fact, he dries it out. She's thinking about getting estrogen patches. I mean, like this this girl doesn't like him. Now, this isn't any fault to me of Mike because Mike is trying everything he can. He is trying to cater to the dog. He is trying to incorporate his schedule, work his schedule out around her. Like he's doing everything. He's reevaluating himself and said, I realized that I wasn't listening to her, and she's right about this, and I'm just gonna come with a softer approach. I'm gonna now go ahead on and be submissive to her. I'm gonna do all these things. See, the thing about it this season that I have realized is that they got comparables. Okay, they got people of the same nature, the same attitude, because he's doing the same thing Katina's doing. Katina's doing. She is trying to cater to Olajuwon, and she's not going to be able to maintain it or keep up with her because she's not going to serve herself. As a server, you have to be able to serve yourself first before you can learn how to serve others. And he's not going to be able to maintain this level of kissing assness that he's doing with Jasmina. She's beautiful on the outside, but now I understand why all her relationships have been relationships where she has dated people far, far, far in another land, because having a person, dealing with a person on a daily basis, she can't do it. I don't know if she is extremely introverted. I don't know what it is. She's absolutely Miss Know-it-all. She know everything. She has every solution and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, just to even get this woman to smile is a damn like you gotta pump her, prime her. You gotta do praise and worship for 75 hours in order to get the spirit, get her to feel some kind of spirit. Then once she do it, you gotta preach a daggone good word to make sure she maintain it. Like she's a lot of work, and he's not going to be able to keep up with that level of dissatisfaction because it don't make a difference what it is. She's going to be dissatisfied with whatever he does. It ain't in him to do it. And I know he's trying. He wants to say yes on decision day because nobody wants to have a failed marriage or feel like that. But there's no god daggone way you're going to be able to satisfy Jasmina. No way. Because Jasmina has something in her that she's not satisfied with. And until she deals with that inner child or whatever the hell happened to her, she is not capable of loving Mike or anyone else. That is why she had to apply for this show. Now, when you see a man making this much damn effort, like he went back, y'all, for all the y'all that didn't see the show, he went back and he set up a date for the two of them to go back to the original place where they got married and reenact the marriage. He said, I want to be able to look you in your eyes. Y'all remember last week? He said, this is the first time we even looked each other in the eyes. Bitch, what are you talking about? I want to look in your eyes. I want to fall asleep looking in your eyes. I want to dream in your eyes. I want to build in your eyes. I want to just continue to have that eye contact. I just want to fall in love with you. I just like a boob, baby. Please look me in my eyes. Look me in my eyes. She ain't giving up none of that. None of it. He danced with her. He sat there at the other end of the table and was like, Jasmina, you smile. And it's an authentic smile. Like, bitch, can you imagine being with somebody like that? Mike, you wasted your time. And I know you putting your best effort forward. And I'm going to tell you right now, Mike, that is what's going to be, you're going to be able to reap that. You're going to be able to reap that because you sowing it. I can't wait to see you get free and get out this relationship. I can't wait for decision day for you to walk up to Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper and the other lady that allegedly is getting fired and say no on decision day. Please say no, because there's nothing else that you're going to be able to do. She telling everybody. She sat at the table in front of the other couples and said, I don't feel connected to this mofo. Do you know how small? Now, he already a little sure, but do you know how small that had to make him feel to have this woman say in front of everybody, there's no romantic connection, and I can't see me saying no, saying yes on division day if I don't want to have anything to do with him. Get them. Like, I'm not romantic. I have no romantic feelings with him. Even laying in the bed, she can smile and laugh and kiki and all of that stuff and don't have no feelings for the man. Like, no feelings for the goddamn man. Hey, boo. Where's she at? Hey, boo. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Janine Harrison, for the $10 super chat. I love your rants, Auntie. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. There's no way in the world that this man's self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, whether it was wrapped up into a person before or not, when you are in a relationship with somebody, there's a part of you that is wrapped up into what that person thinks about you. I don't give a damn who you are or how hard you think you are. There's a part of you that becomes connected to that person. And I'm telling you right now, for her to sit there in front of, and he has been trying to be optimistic. He's been trying to, say the right words, communicate like this mofo is probably sitting in the bed with a big ass thesaurus, just trying to find the words, and like, God, like, I'm stressed out for him. Mike, please say no decision day. Please say no decision day. There is not one thing you're going to be able to do for Jasmina, because I'm going to tell you one thing about a woman. When a woman is done, she's done. And there's nothing that a man can say, a man can do, that is going to be able to make a woman who is done not be undone or not be that right. There's nothing he could do. Y'all know women, when we are in a relationship, when we done, bitch, we're done. Don't suggest counseling. Don't suggest a vacation. Don't suggest dinner. Don't it's just me talking to your mama? And don't ask my neighbors. Don't even ask my friends I hang around. Okay, y'all remember that song? Don't ask nobody, bitch, because I'm done. And we were hanging in for a long time. Jasmina never hung in there. She never. He said that, you know what, I'm going to take her back to the first place where we first believed. Bitch, she said she's not going back. She was delighted by it, by the acts, but not the actor. She didn't care about the person who was doing it. The act was fine, but not the actor. And you can't separate the two of those things from one another. Mike say no, decision day. Katina. Will the real Katina please show up? Please. In Jesus' name, I command you to show up. What in the foolishness is going on with Katina? The same thing that's going on with Mike. Show up. That Katina that was taking off that microphone, take this fucking microphone off of me before I'm about to, like I'm all, like for real, like I'm dead ass. Take this, show up in the room. When are you gonna show up? You've been sitting up there being a cotton freaking doormat. You're an old moldy sponge. You're a used. Well, I ain't gonna go that far, but this mother. Okay, auntie. You got anything to throw, auntie? This mofo ain't did nothing to show her that he loves her, in my opinion. I sat there and watched this show, and I'm telling you right now, the only thing that I saw that they did for this 30th anniversary, 30-day anniversary, was her taking him on a gondola that he couldn't even pronounce, bitch. I don't remember seeing him do anything. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. I don't remember him doing anything to make this woman feel special. Last week she had her dollar store plates and her popcorn and her popcorn and Twizzlers for this month. I have not seen him yet do anything that is going to make her feel like a woman, and that he's husband material mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or any other kind of way. He hasn't done anything. But he wants her to be the one that's subservient and kissing and licking his complete and total ass. And her, thank you so much, midwife Crystal, for the $4.99 super chat. Katina, let the wig go and open your mouth, girl. We have concern. Okay. All right, Miss Crystal. What the hell, whole hell is going on here? Thank you so much, Tanya B, for the $9.99 super chat. Auntie, last night was cringy and annoying rant on. Okay, thank you for permission, boo, because like I'm ready to throw some up in here. Just to go ahead on the what in the crap? Just, oh my goodness, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. What the? What the hell? Stuff coming up? Excuse me, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's got to be me tapping on something. Hold on, y'all. The hell is all of that? He has not done anything for this woman to feel loved. But yet, she feels like he loves her. But you overconfident in the wrong area. See, you so confident in how you look and all that kind of stuff, and the length of your weave and the longevity of the cornrows to it, that you're not understanding that he for real don't really fuck with you. Now, I believe that she's going to say yes on decision day. You know why? Because she's accustomed to being a doormat, in my opinion. This woman has done everything but take care of herself. She is sitting down there, honey, and she is putting all this stuff together, trying to be a cook, not doing a great job, all because this mofo is making demands. And when he makes the demands on her and he makes her feel bad, he loves to see her broken, in my opinion. There's just like this glee that's in the inside. It's like a joy, unspeakable joy that he gets on the inside when she crying. And so when she starts to cry, I just be wanting to grab her up and say, get it together. Girl, if you don't get yourself together, put your head up. Cause you ain't here crying for. She doesn't even see that he takes pleasure, in my opinion, in her being broken. It has become extremely easy to him to break her down because her self-worth is in what he thinks about her. And I'm going to tell you right now, this ain't something that happens overnight. This is something, women, that we develop over the years. I'm trying to tell you. Self-worth is developed. You have to develop self-worth. It doesn't come just because you're a woman. Doesn't come because you graduated high school or you got a degree. It doesn't make a difference if you got a doctorate. None of that makes a difference. It doesn't make a difference if you got home. It doesn't make a difference if you're successful. It doesn't make none of that makes Auntie, you gotta calm down. None of that stuff develops your self-worth. It doesn't. Because you see so many women, they got everything and they with busters, they with mofos that's drug addicts and will knock them upside their head, will drag them through the house, will have them subservient to them in all the wrong ways. Successful women, because your self-worth is not based on what you have achieved. Your self-worth is based on what you believe about you. What do you tell yourself in the morning about you? What do you really believe about you? It has nothing to do with everything that you achieve, everything you own. That has nothing to do with it. And then when you are sitting there building your life upon what this mofo say, it's like building your house on sand and expecting a tide to not wash that mother away. You can't build your house on sand and think that the weather, the climate, all of that stuff is not going to rot and destroy that house that you have built. You got to build your house on a solid foundation. Not this bull crap, this stuff he's saying gonna pass away. Bitch, you been eating? You been eating. And now you want me to come up in here and slave? And she gets I know you happy. Oh, you like that? Okay. But there's no self-satisfaction in that because in the inside you're crying. What about me? I ain't seen him do nothing even romantic for this girl. But buy this bitch a frying pan. Put a dozen of eggs in the refrigerator and say, make me an omelet when you get up in there. Will the real Katina show the fuck up Now she goes out and does this stuff for him. They get to the cotton freaking restaurant in front of all the couples. This mofo embarrasses the dog dude out of her. He sits up there and tell her that there's something that's bothering him about her, and he want to bring it out at the table in front of everybody. At least she had enough wisdom to say no. You want me to talk about it? I'll talk about it right here. She said, well, you ain't have enough, you ain't even give me a chance to talk to me about it. Well, I'm just that type of mofo. I likes to say my stuff out. And then Lindsey gonna jump her ass in it and call a girl a bitch in her face. Yeah, you was, getting ready to say you a lot like me, Olajuwon, because I go ahead on and say what I'm saying. But this bitch, is sitting up here. Look, I said, wait a minute, who's she calling a bitch? Who is Lindsey calling a bitch? And see, that Katina that usually jump out there, the one that wanted to be up in her face on the island, the one that wanted to be in her face at the airport, she didn't show up at the table. You know why? Because her man had already dragged her down a peg or two. He about to expose her ass. So she can't even say nothing to Lindsey about Lindsey calling her a bitch at the table. Because I would have chin checked Lindsey. But he done dragged her so cotton freaking low, she ain't got no words for that. Because now she's trying to figure out what the hell happened. She said he was just holding my hand. We was all just up in here kicking the bobo and having a good time. And now all of a sudden this mofo gonna bring up some that he ain't talked to me about in front of all other couples. And they're gonna sit up there. He already challenged my mental health. He did already challenged whether or not I'm a woman, a real woman or not. You want to look up underneath here, you want to look over there, you want to what do you need in order to prove that I'm a real woman? How the fuck do you prove that you're a woman? Or you're wife material? Bitch, you ain't proved yet that you're a husband material. You ain't even proved that you're a good boyfriend. And you're going to sit up here and then try to embarrass me in front of these people. Jasmina looked like she's about to jump across that table on him. She was like, I'm going to tell you right now, you son of a... If you say the wrong thing... Jasmina was ready to jump across the table. And then Mike going to sit up there, yeah, I understand what's going on. Shut the fuck up. And there's a word that describes his behavior. There's a word that describes Olajuwon's behavior. He ain't. This is an insecure, weak-ass man, in my opinion. He weaker than a month. He's a straight cotton ball. Excuse me. He's weak. His self-esteem is left on the barbershop floor when he got his hair cut. He don't know who the fuck he is. So he ain't even got the ability. He don't even have the ability to lead anybody. He thinks that everything he wants is caught up into her being weak. But bitch, you're the one that's weak. And a weak man can't lead anybody. You will lead us both to destruction. And you sitting up there talking about you ain't consummated your marriage because you ain't, you're not sure about her. You weaker than a month. Because if you had something to lead with, she will fall out. She looked like the girl that was on Coming to America that Eddie Murphy told to jump. And she was, ark, 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 ark. That's what she looking like to all of us. And then this mofo gonna bring her home and get to arguing and standing up over top of somebody. Bitch, I wish you would. But see, that's because you don't have no respect and no love, and you see me as an object, and you don't see me as a person. You see me as something that you can control and you can regulate, and someone that you can tell what to do and when to do it, how to do it, and why to do it. Matter of fact, you ain't even gonna give me the why you want me to do it. You're just gonna tell me to do this. You're just gonna tell me to do it. But if you treat me right and you love me, you ain't got to tell me. Because I'm gonna do it. Without you even asking. Because it will be my pleasure to serve you. But see, now you got to tell me and train me and all of that. You got to take me through your how to be a wife boot camp when you can't even be a husband. And then you're going to sit up there and look on my phone with your insecure ass. And then you're going to try to say that I was on the app. No, the app was on my phone. Did you see me clicking them up? Did you see me? Did you see me setting up dates? Have I been out? What have proved that I was on the app? And if you had a problem with me being on the app, pull me to the side. Olajuwon, for those of you all who didn't see it, jumped up in Katina's face as soon as they got up in the house and was like, let me see your phone. First of all, that's not how you talk to anybody. So she looked and she's like, why? He comes over there, she opens it up, and he got his fingers on it. Why is that on your phone? But then didn't want the why. He didn't want an explanation from her. He wanted to discipline and correct her. He wanted to break her down. And that's what he did. And then she talk about something. You all get this mic off of me before the real Katina comes out. Come out! Like a demon in the night. We need you to come out. It's Halloween, bitch. We need to see real Katina. Take the mask off. Stop being fake and phony. And they're going to sit up there on the after show and say, you know, I got two choices. I can even meet him where he is, or I can just, wait until. Wait. You didn't ever put no boundaries in there. This is what we not going to do when we communicate with each other. We're not going to yell. And then when she said, yeah, I'm yelling at you. Then when she comes back, now all of a sudden he going to get to a 10. He was already at a, in my opinion, he was already at a 9. And he told her every time she tried to explain herself that she was making excuses. Why? Because your ego bruised? Because you assume that because this app is on here that I'm active on the app? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm on the app or I'm active on the app? Or when you went on the app, you saw a communication that proves that I've been on the app. If you haven't, baby, talk to me about it. But don't sit me in front of people. And then when they were leaving a restaurant, he gonna stick his arm out like that, like everything. Okie dokie, bitch. I don't want to have physical contact with you. From my understanding, she didn't even ride back with them. She did not ride back with him. She said, I'm not doing it. But Katina, we need you to show up for these girls who are watching you on this fucking show. And you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to scream. You don't have to yell. But you got to put boundaries in place. And you have to teach a person how to treat you. Thank you so much, Stephanie Smith, for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Stephanie. Love you. Thank you, boo. You got to stand up and show these young girls, these young women who are watching you, how to handle this situation. None of y'all being examples. You got to create boundaries. And you and your husband have to argue fair. It can't be one dominating the other. And then you blow up and you just shut the communication down. And now you go into bed angry. No. No. No, 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 not acceptable. This is not how grown people communicate with one another. It's not. Baby, let's as soon as he would have started at that 9 and made an accusation, he wouldn't have been able to communicate with me at all. Not that way. You gotta come on neutral ground. Right now, you dominating me, the conversation. You're talking at me. Let's stop talking. I don't want to have to be in a yelling match with somebody that I love. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. This conversation is over before it even gets started. Because there are things that you do that can damage your partner that you can't come back from. And she is constantly being berated by this man. What has happened in her life that makes her think that this is acceptable behavior? What? And that's why I'm telling you, ladies, your self-esteem and your self-worth is not wrapped up in your beauty. It don't make a difference if you got an hourglass shape. It doesn't make a difference if you got beauty, real pretty eyes and good hair and you just, you just bombastic on the outside. You just absolutely beautiful and stunning, and you make all the men pause when you walk into the room. Your self-worth ain't in that. Because we are watching beautiful women, beautiful young women, educated women that are allowing themselves to be treated like. And not only that, you got women out here on this cast who are treating their men like. Because the way that Jasmina is treating Mike is like, and it's unfair. Doesn't make a difference, y'all. And if you're a young woman who is watching me and watching that show, that what you're seeing on television is unacceptable. Katina is constantly losing daily. She's constantly losing who she is in order to satisfy somebody else. And while a person may not be perfect, you have to accept them for who they are, with hopes that you two can partner together to fix what ain't right. But that's through mature adults. And if you're not a mature adult, you don't need to be in a relationship, because you're just going to fuck somebody up. Katina is already bringing baggage from her relationships, and so is he. All these couples are coming in with this baggage. Leave that in the past. I don't think about none of my ex-boyfriends. Fuck them. Thank you so much, Sherry P, for the $11.11 super chat. That's different. 1111. Y'all better go play that number. Thank you, Sherry P. Ladies, I'm trying to tell y'all. This ain't it. Will the real Katina please stand up for herself and for others, and stop making new rules as it relates to how a person treats you? There's a system and a method that works, and you just don't know what that is. But you can't be a grown-ass woman handling grown ass situations like a child and ready to cry. You don't have the words to even verbalize it. So every time we see you, you're crying. And he appears, in my opinion, to get pleasure from it. There's a word for that. There's a word for it. There's a word for it. If I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 11, worst dinner date ever, I will rate this episode a mother F. For failure to teach us what we really need to know. For failure to not jump in and help Katina out. For failure to not help Mike get out of this situation. For failure. These people gonna need motherfucking therapy after this is over. Season after season. And this is just my opinion. It's an F straight across the board. I love y'all to pieces. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the chat nice and safe. I gotta go get me a drink and go to bed. I love y'all.